Good morning, students. Today's our topic is structural organization in animals. Structural organization means animals are made up of which types of cells or tissues. In structural organization, we'll discuss about the various types of tissues which are present in animals. Now, what are tissues? Now, in multicellular animals, a group of similar cells along with intercellular substances perform a specific function. Such an organization is called tissues. Tissues are the group of cells which are of common origin but they perform different functions. Now, in animals, four types of tissues are present. One is epithelial, second is connective, third is muscular, and fourth is neural. Now, first we study about epithelial tissues. Now, epithelial tissues are commonly referred to as epithelial tissues or epithelium. It has many free surfaces and their faces, means their free surfaces or the parts which are on either of the sides of the body, they faces the fluid or outside the environment, and their main function is to provide covering or lining to some parts of the body. The cells, now in epithelial tissue the cells are compactly arranged, means बहुत पास अरेंज होते हैं और उनमें बहुत लिटिल इंटरसेलुलर मैट्रिक्स मतलब फ्लूइड, बहुत कम फ्लूइड उनमें होता है. There are two types of epithelial tissues. One is simple epithelial and another one is compound epithelium. Simple epithelium is composed of single layer of cells, and compound epithelium is composed of more than one layer of cells. Now the compound epithelium cells are found on the lining of body cavities, ducts and tubes. Now the compound epithelium, I have told you that it's composed of more than two layer of cells, and their main function is protective, and it is found just below the skin. Now, simple epithelial is further again divided into three types. One is squamous, second is cuboidal, and third is columnar. Now, squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium is made up of single layer of cells, or which type of cells? That are flattened cells, and they have irregular boundaries. You can see that in figure 7.1. Squamous epithelium means their boundaries are not regular. Now, it is mainly found in walls of blood vessels and air sacs of lungs, and its main function is forming a diffusion boundary. The second is cuboidal epithelium. It is composed of single layer of cube-like cells. Now, cuboidal, as the name cuboidal, so what type of cells are there? Cube-like cells are there, and it is commonly found in the ducts of glands and tubular parts of nephrons and kidneys, and its main function is secretion and absorption. Apart from this, it is also found in proximal convoluted tubules of nephrons in the kidney, and it has microvilli. What is the function of microvilli? Microvilli increases the absorption surface wherever they are found. Okay. Now the next is the columnar epithelium. Now a columnar epithelium composed of single layer of tall and slender cells. What type of cells are having columnar epithelium? It has tall and slender cells. Now their nuclei is basically located at the base. Now its free surface also has microvilli, and they are found in the lining of stomach and intestine, and it's mainly help in secretion and absorption. Now if the columnar cuboidal cells bear cilia on their free surface, then they are known as ciliated epithelium. Now what is the function of ciliated epithelium? They provide surface, or they help in movement of particles in specific direction over the epithelium. Now they are mainly present in the hollow organs like bronchioles. Where bronchioles are present? Bronchioles are present in the lungs and fallopian tubes. Now students, about fallopian tubes we will study later in the chapter. Now some of the columnar or cuboidal cells get specialized for secretion, and therefore they are known as glandular epithelium. Now they are mainly consist of two types of cell, unicellular cells and multicellular cells. The example of unicellular cells are goblet cells. Now the goblet cells are present in alimentary canal. Now the second example is goblet cells, and the example of multicellular are salivary gland. Now on the basis of the mode of procuring of the secretion of glands are again divided into two types, exocrine glands and endocrine glands. Now exocrine glands are those which secretes their fluid through the tubes, and endocrine glands are those glands which directly pour their fluid into the bloods. They do not have any duct or tube. Now the example of exocrine glands are all the digestive glands, basically mucus gland, saliva gland, airwax, oil, milk gland. Okay, now their products are released through ducts or tubes. Now endocrine glands, the secretion of endocrine glands are known as hormones, and they are directly secreted into the blood. Now come compound epithelium. Now compound epithelium is made up of more than one layer of cells, that is, it is multi-layered, and its main role is in secretion and absorption. Their function is to provide protection against any chemical or mechanical stresses, and they cover the dry surface of the skin. And it is mainly found in the moist surface of buccal cavity, pharynx, inner lining of ducts of salivary gland or pancreatic duct. Now students, you have another topic that is known as junctions. Now what are junctions? These are specialized junctions which provide both structural and functional link between the individual cells. Basically junctions क्या होते हैं? They provide a link between two things. In the same way, these junctions provide a link between two cells. Now they are tight, adhering or gap junction. Tight junctions, they help to stop the substance from leaking across the tissue, means tight junctions stop the leakage from the cells. Adhering junction help in cementing or binding of two neighboring cells. Gap junctions, they facilitate a cell to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of the adhering cells. Means if two cells are in connection, it connects the two cells by connecting their cytoplasm. Okay. For what? For rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. Now next topic is connective tissue. Now connective tissue are most common and abundant in our body, and why they are known as connective tissue? Because of their specific functions of linking and supporting other tissues or organ of the body. Now they can be of soft connective tissue type or specialized types. Now basically in our body, 4 types of connective tissues are found, that are cartilage, bone, adipose and blood. Now except blood, all other are made up of structural protein, that is known as collagen or elastin. What is collagen or elastin? It is a structural protein. Now these fibers, basically collagen or elastin क्या है? These are the fibers which provide strength, elasticity and flexibility to the tissues. These cells are secrete modified polysaccharides which accumulate in the cells and fibers and it forms the ground substance of that cells. Now connective tissues are again classified into 3 types: loose connective tissues, dense connective tissue and specialized connective tissues. Loose connective tissues has less and fibers, they are loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substance. Means loose, as the word say loose, means the fibers are loosely arranged. Its 2 main examples are alveolar tissues and adipose tissues, and both these tissues are present in the skin, beneath the skin, and they serve as a support framework for epithelium. Now they contain fibroblast cells, and what is fibroblast cells are doing? They are producing and secreting fibers. Apart from fibroblast cells, they also have macrophages and mast cells. Mast cells are those cells, जब हमें एलर्जी हो जाती है तब इन मस्ट सेल से कुछ केमिकल्स निकलते हैं जो हमें एलर्जी वाली जगह पे इन्फ्लामेशन या जलन प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. मैक्रोफेजेस होते हैं, कोई बैक्टीरिया इन्फेक्शन कर देता है तो वो उनको खाने का काम कर देते हैं. अब एडिपोज टिश्यू है, ये अनदर एग्जांपल है लूज कनेक्टिव टिश्यू का. ये भी स्किन के नीचे होते हैं और इनका मेन फंक्शन क्या होता है? ये फ़ैट को स्टोर कर लेते हैं. अगर हमारी बॉडी में कोई एक्सेस फूड अगर स्टोर रहता है और हम उसको यूज़ नहीं कर पाते हैं तो ये कहाँ जाके डिपॉजिट होता है? ये फूड जो भी होता है वो कन्वर्ट हो जाता है पहले तो फैट में और एडिपोज टिश्यू में जाके ये डिपॉजिट हो जाता है. फाइबर्स ऑफ फाइब्रोब्लास्ट क्या होते हैं? फाइबर्स ऑफ फाइब्रोब्लास्ट आर कॉम्पैक्टली पैक्ड इन द डेंस कनेक्टिव टिश्यू. अब दूसरा एग्जांपल है आपके पास डेंस कनेक्टिव टिश्यू का. डेंस कनेक्टिव टिश्यूज़ में क्या होते हैं? फाइबर्स ऑफ फाइब्रोब्लास्ट बहुत ही कॉम्पैक्टली अरेंज होते हैं लेकिन इनका ओरिएंटेशन कैसे भी हो सकता है, या तो रेगुलर मीन्स बहुत ही तरीके से ये तरीके से पैटर्न में अरेंज हो, या इरेगुलर पैटर्न में अरेंज्ड भी हो सकते हैं, और उनके बेसिस पे ये दो तरह के होते हैं, dense regular or dense irregular tissue. In dense regular connective tissue, collagen fibers are present in rows between many parallel bundles of fibers. इसके examples है tendons और ligaments. What the tendon is doing? Tendon is connecting skeletal muscle to bone, means muscle को bone से connect करने का काम कर रहा है tendon, और ligament को ligament क्या काम कर रहा है, bone to bone को connect कर रहा है, ठीक है ना. Now dense irregular connective tissue has fibroblast and many fibers that are oriented differently, and it is also present in the skin. Cartilage, blood and bones are various types of specialized connective tissues. तो specialized connective tissues के कौन से examples है, एक तो cartilage है, एक bone है, एक blood है. अब पहले पढ़ेंगे cartilage. The intercellular matrix of cartilage is solid है और पेबल है, मतलब हम इसको दबा सकते हैं थोड़ा बहुत, और ये रेजिस्ट करता है किसको, कंप्रेशन को. मतलब अगर इसको आप ज़्यादा दबाओगे तो ये कंप्रेशन को रेजिस्ट करेगा, मतलब ये ज़्यादा दबता भी नहीं है. तो और सेल्स जो इसकी जो टिश्यूज़ सेल्स होती है, जो टिश्यूज़ इसकी जो सेल्स होती है उसको हम कहते हैं कॉन्ड्रियोसाइट्स. एंड इसकी सेल्स के अंदर बहुत ही स्मॉल कैविटीज़ होती है जिसके अंदर मैट्रिक्स सिक्रीट हुआ रहता है, भरा हुआ रहता है. Most of the cartilage in vertebrates embryo are replaced by bones in the adult. जब हम मदर के वॉब में होते हैं या हम एम्ब्रायो फॉर्म में होते हैं तो हमारी बॉडी में सिर्फ कार्टिलेज होती है, बोन्स नहीं होती. जैसे जैसे हम ग्रो करते हैं हमारी कार्टिलेज किस में चेंज हो जाती है, बोन्स में चेंज हो जाती है. बोन्स सपोर्ट एंड प्रोटेक्ट सॉफ्टर टिश्यूज एंड, है ना. अच्छा, कार्टिलेज इज़ प्रेजेंट. आपकी कार्टिलेज कहाँ होती है, जो आपकी नोज़ की जो टिप होती है वहाँ, जो आपके आउटर ईयर जॉइंट्स है वहाँ पे होते हैं, और ये वर्टिबल कॉलम्स के वहाँ होते हैं, और जो हमारे जो लिम्स होते हैं और जो हैंड्स होते हैं वहाँ पे भी कार्टिलेज प्रेजेंट होते हैं. बोन्स क्या होता है, हार्ड होता है, नॉन पेलेबल ग्राउंड सब्सटेंस होता है, मतलब बिल्कुल हम इसको दबा नहीं सकते हैं, बहुत हार्ड होता है ये. और किस में रिच होता है, कैल्शियम सॉल्ट में एंड कोलेजन फाइबर्स में, जो हमें इसको स्ट्रेंथ प्रोवाइड करता है. इसका मेन फंक्शन क्या होता है, स्ट्रक्चरल फ्रेमवर्क बनाना है बॉडी का, और ये सपोर्ट करता है किससे, और प्रोटेक्ट किसे करता है, सॉफ्ट टिश्यूज़ और ऑर्गन्स को. बोन सेल्स को क्या कहते हैं, ऑस्टियोसाइट्स कहते हैं. ये कहाँ होती है, ल्यूकेनी के अंदर होती है. इसके एग्जांपल्स है लिम्ब बोन्स सच एज लॉन्ग बोन्स ऑफ लेग्स एंड हैंड्स. दे ऑल्सो इंटरैक्ट विद स्केलेटल मसल्स अटैच टू देम to bring about movement. The bone marrows in some bones are the site of production of blood cells. You know RBCs का फॉर्मेशन कहाँ होता है, बोन मैरो के अंदर. आपने देखा होगा जो अपनी जो बोन होती है उसके अंदर वाइट जो बिल्कुल सॉफ्ट सा मैटर होता है उसको हम बोन मैरो कहते हैं. नाउ मसल टिश्यूज़. Now each muscle is made up of many long cylindrical fibers arranged in a parallel. You can see in the diagram 7.7 that there are many long cylindrical fibers and they are arranged parallelly. Okay, now these fibers has many fine fibrils. They are known as myofibrils. You know myofibrils कहते हैं. ये देखो होगा आपने लाइंस दिख रही है इसके बीच में, ये मायोफाइब्रल्स है. मसल फाइबर्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करती है, कोई स्टिमुलस जाता है, और रिलैक्स करती है अगर वो स्टिमुलस हट जाता है, जब वो अनकॉन्ट्रैक्टेड हो जाती है. द एक्शन मूव्स द बॉडी टू एडजस्ट टू द चेंज इन द एनवायरनमेंट एंड टू मेंटेन पोजीशन ऑफ द वेरियस पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी. और ये जो मसल्स टिश्यू है इट्स बेसिकली हेल्प इन मूवमेंट and maintain the position of various parts of the body. Muscles play an active role in movement of bodies. अब बेसिकली जो मसल्स की जो 3 टाइप्स हैं हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में देखेंगे.